Thank you so much, Jeremy. So we have some questions from the live and from the online audience. Number one, any stance on dogs sleeping in beds?
Dogs sleeping in beds. First of all, I don't have a dog, so I can't weigh in with any firsthand experience on this. As for the Mayangna and the Mestizo, I'm 99% sure that they don't sleep with dogs. But gosh, that's an interesting question. You know, they sleep with their kids. They do co-sleeping. And it reminds me of research by anthropologist Jim McKenna, right, who finds that especially moms co-sleeping with infants is the modal cross-cultural pattern. In other words, the way we do things when we put our kids in separate bedrooms, it's kind of unusual, right? And so I wonder then if there's perhaps a question to be asked about the ways in which, especially among new moms, I think this would be an interesting study, right? If new moms kind of grab onto dogs, kind of like, I want something in my bed, you know, and I'm doing the culturally normative thing, keeping my kid in its crib, but no strong stance in terms of like morals or do what you want with your dog. It's okay.
I know there's some new research in that area that's come out of Australia, so I might put the link to the article on Twitter for everyone to follow up with. That's from Brad Smith, who spoke at last year's SPARCS, and Kiralee Thompson. Awesome. So, yeah, I'll follow up with that. Can you tell us a bit about your recent project with UC Davis to understand disease transmission in dogs? Okay, so some of the pictures you saw were based on a new project that I'm doing and funded by National Geographic. And the veterinarians, they're looking to sort of take our results and sort of extend it one step further. They work with the One Health Institute, which is trying to look at the ways in which human health is integrated with the health of the animals that live with us, right? And so, I mean, these dogs in Nicaragua are in virtually every household. And so there's the possibility for disease transmission. One disease of note is leptospirosis, which is transmitted via urine. These dogs, you know, just urinate right in front of the households, and these kids walk around barefoot. There's a possibility that the kids are picking up this pathogen as a result. And so we're trying to understand some of the dynamics there, sort of from a public health perspective, you know, getting some basic understandings that we can advance, you know, public health.
And if we can also probably extend that, you mentioned that disease can be transmitted possibly to endangered predators, and some of the work that you've done in that area. Could you tell us a bit about that?
Okay, sure. So one of the leading sicknesses in this area is called canine distemper virus. And because of the close evolutionary proximity of dogs and other carnivores, including the jaguars, this is a virus that can be transmitted from dogs to the jaguar population. We've seen cat populations in other parts of the world, lions in the Serengeti, tigers in Southeast Asia, and they've suffered when they have this contact with dogs and that virus gets transmitted across species boundaries. I mean, these are endangered cat populations, and it's a real concern. Here in Nicaragua, you know, it's a tough situation because these dogs are being trotted out to the forest on a regular basis. And the jaguars, there's very little that a hunter can do to stop a jaguar attack. And so, yeah, we're trying to figure out how much canine distemper virus is there and what is the risk that the jaguar population is going to be affected negatively by that kind of interaction.
Fantastic. Okay, well, thank you so much, Jeremy, for your talk and sharing your time with us with these questions and answers.